Here we go. All right. If you are watching me live, please in the comments type #live. And if you're watching the replay, type #replay. That's really helpful for me and for the live stream, you all. So thank you. Oh, I see my girl Betty is here. Hey, Betty, good morning. And Jackie is here. Good morning. I'm so happy to see you all. So, okay, I'm really, I am beside myself with excitement because the Badass Butterfly Superpowers Academy kicks off in just like 10 days. And we have so much stuff that we've created for you all. And what I wanted to do was to kind of start, look, today's session is all about me figuring out how I'm going to talk to my enrollees about these really big concepts around healing and manifestation, okay? So today I'm going to be talking a lot about the Superpowers Academy. And, you know, if you want to sign up for the Academy, if you're not too late, Rebecca will put the link in the comments to let you all sign up. We can talk about it, like the link she's going to give you is going to put you in touch with me so we can talk about your participation, because I want to make sure you understand what we're going to be doing. So it would be a little one-on-one session with me to discuss the program. So what are we doing? Wait, first of all, who am I? I am Crystal Lynn Bell. I'm a master spiritual life coach and a worthiness advocate for women. So my job is to help women remember their divinity, remember their connection to God, the goddess, to the divine, to their spirit guides, right? That's my work. And I do this especially for women who have a soul's calling to be of service to the divine, meaning you've got a feeling inside you that you don't want to just be a regular human being. You want to actually be a human being that is in service to other people by helping them improve their lives, either as a motivational speaker, an inspirational speaker, a writer, a life coach, a healer, a transformer, a channel, a bringer of knowledge, something like this, okay? And my job is to help you step into that, and of course, to set up your business around that, that very special calling and that special feeling. Because having a calling but having no clients is no fun. I can guarantee you it's no fun. But figuring out how to get clients is not really the easiest thing. It's not really obvious. And there are some systems that you can put in place that will make it much more obvious and also fun, okay? So that's my work. I have started the Badass Butterfly Superpowers Academy because I wanted to create a way for those of you who are inspired to become life coaches to have a way of kind of working on yourself and deepening your relationship with God, but also deepening your relationship with the healing process that you're going to be using in your coaching business, okay? So that's what the Superpowers Academy is all about. It's about healing yourself, but also about awakening to your superpowers. So what are some of your superpowers? Well, some examples might be your intuition, your compassion. You're like, those aren't superpowers. Actually, they are, and they are really important. And they become really heightened when you start working with other people as a channel or as a coach or as a healer, because they become spotlighted and emphasized. So for example, what I mean is when I'm doing coaching and healing sessions with people, all of a sudden, my person gets activated on a level where it's not usually activated. Like in my day-to-day life, I'm very aware, I have great intuition, I'm constantly checking in with God, checking in with my spirit guides. All that stuff is just natural. But there is a thing that happens when I am in session with a person. For example, this morning I was talking to a new gentleman who wants to start working with me. And, you know, it's very interesting when my clients refer their husbands to me. I love this because what's happening is the wife is coming to me and she's, you know, working on herself. And the way I work, she might have issues with her husband, but we never point the finger at the husband, and we never say he's wrong, he's doing this, he's doing that, he should be doing this. We never do that because it's not really about that. It's more about what she is manifesting. What she's manifesting, sorry guys. It's more about what she's manifesting in her world and in her mind. Sorry, trying to get my volume, my phone turned off. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yes, that would be why it wasn't turning off. So it's never about him. It's more about her and her perception and what is going on with her energy and her mindset. So we do a lot of work on her. And what happens is her husband, because she's activated and she's working with unconditional love and she's working on these higher vibrations, her husband starts to elevate too, just like her children start to elevate, her friends start to elevate, everyone around her starts to elevate because she's operating on a higher frequency. Now, the husband needs something and he's looking at her saying, how have you been able to overcome all these things, and why are you thriving and I'm not thriving as much? Okay. And so he usually asks her, and she's like, well, it's Crystalline. I see Crystalline every week. This is what I do during these sessions. And Crystalline helps me do this, that, and the other. And then eventually the husband says, okay, I want to talk to Crystalline, right? So that's what happened here. And so what was very fun, and it's interesting because the women are always very much into the woo-woo. They're into meditation and journaling and spirit guides and following their heart and being connected to the divine feminine. And then the husbands come and they're like, what's up? So, and so even though I'm accustomed to talking to women and talking to them about woo-woo, thank God, okay, the channeling comes through and I am able to listen to the masculine or the husband's perspective and the husband's needs. And this is where we want our intuition to be very strong, because all of a sudden I'm out of my element. My ideal client is a woman. When I'm dealing with a man who doesn't speak the language of woo-woo, I'm now no longer dealing with my ideal client. I'm dealing with someone different. This is when I really need my spirit channeling open so that I can listen and see him and see what he truly needs, because it's not about me imposing myself or my views or my philosophy or the wife's views and beliefs and needs and desires onto the husband. It's absolutely not about that. It's about embodying love and help and presenting that and inviting the man or the husband to step into this way of doing things, this perspective, this idea, this concept. It's an invitation. It's never a demand. It's never an insistence. It's never an imperative like I have the answers, okay? But what happens when you work in this way, when you work with this loving energy, and when you're allowing God or your spirit guides to work through you to help you open up and listen, you can see the man, the husband shifting. All of a sudden, he was not about the woo-woo, but all of a sudden, he's very much about the woo-woo. Like, and it's funny, he might call the woo-woo something else, but he's like, yeah, I believe in that. You know, like, yeah, I've seen that in my life. Yeah, I want more of that, which is so freaking cool, man. It's so freaking cool, okay? So my work as a spiritual life coach is to open the door for people who want to come into a higher vibrational way of living. They don't want to just be wedded to the three-dimensional world of form, okay? For you, okay, you are my beloved student, my compatriot. We're here together pursuing life coaching and healing as a vocation, as a trade, as a métier, as an art form, okay? We're doing this together. And the Badass Butterfly Superpowers Academy is a system that I've created to help you get more involved in the healing and the superpowers aspect of being a spiritual life coach. All right. So I hope this is making sense. What I'd love for you all to do in the comments, if you don't mind, is to check in with me and let me know the two things that I'm curious about. Number one is, what is your number one superpower, like your strongest superpower? Okay. And I'm going to let you decide what your superpower is, okay? And I'm going to let you decide what I mean by superpower. I'm not going to over-explain it. The other thing I want you to do is to, in the comments, share with me what you think your biggest shadow or your obstacle to your superpower is. What is the biggest thing that stops you from really owning your superpower, right? Or what blocks you from manifesting most powerfully using your superpower, okay? Now, what I'd like to do today, I want to talk about what we're going to be doing in the program. And you all know that I love our worksheets, right? I love our worksheets. And I've got Rebecca, my trusty VA, and you all may not know this, but we also have Roxanne, okay? Roxanne is newer. Rebecca is my veteran, okay? But we have these two ladies who have created an incredible and beautifully presented calendar of events. So I'm gonna talk about what we're going to be doing in the program using this calendar of events. So let me actually share that really quickly here. Share screen, and it is this one. Here we go, share. Okay, so this is the cover here, and let me make it bigger, because if I'm not mistaken, I got some feedback that said it's too small. All right, especially if you're on your phone, I think it's really too small. All right, and Betty says, my superpower is to channel, and the shadow is not being open to the public about my superpowers. Yeah, Betty, this is a really good shadow. First of all, it's an excellent superpower, okay? But it's also a really good articulation of the shadow, especially around the superpower of channeling. Channeling is challenging because first of all, people don't know necessarily what channeling is. So many people channel and they have no idea that they are channeling. Like they'll start talking and they don't see that their ego moves out and they lose themselves to the energy of genius. And what I'm calling the energy of genius is that, let me get in here with you. What I'm calling the energy of genius is that moment when you stop thinking about yourself and you lose yourself to the moment. You're in genius mode when you are writing and you're no longer worried about the words, you're just flowing with the story, or you're flowing with the concept and you're just in it and you got it. And you're in a one-to-one relationship with that idea, with that concept that you are bringing forth and you're typing or writing away on your paper, okay? That is being in the spirit of genius. It's the same thing when we make love. I don't know about you, but I'll be up in my head when I make love. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I am not one of these women who instantly can boom, I'm in it. Nope. This girl needs foreplay. She needs conversation. She needs some love. She needs some seduction by her partner, okay? But the moment that switch flips, it is all on, okay? It's on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that moment of genius where there's no more ego, there's no more small mind. It's only real connection and intimacy between you and that thing, okay? You and whatever the energy is, or you and your partner, there's no more separation. You two are one and you two are going at it, or you and the divine are one and you two are going at it and you're writing, or maybe you're talking. And what Betty is talking about when she says channeling is when you slip into that zone. You can slip into it consciously or unconsciously, but either way, you are no longer about your ego. It is just about allowing that flow of information to come through you. And you're either the vessel or you're an engaged partner with the information that's coming through. But either way, there's information that's coming through and you are bringing it, and that is a channel. It's like being a messenger, but it's not really like being a messenger, because a messenger delivers the message. There you go, there's your message, bye, right? The channel is the message. The channel is the message. And her shadow that she talked about is not being open to the public about my superpowers. We understand why one would not be open to the public about their superpowers, because if we talked about what was happening, number one, we would be opening ourselves up to criticism from people who don't understand us. Number two, depending on how sensitive we are, that criticism can take us away. You know, it can make us feel insecure. And also maybe it's okay that we don't share our superpowers with the public until we feel called to, and maybe only with those to whom we feel called to share our superpowers, because not everybody has to know that we have superpowers or that we're operating within the realm of in the superpower realm. Okay, not everybody has to know that. But as far as using our superpowers, we should be using them every time the situation calls for it, you know, whether it's being present in the moment, just for yourself, just being present. That is a superpower. It is a superpower. Believe me, so many people cannot be in the moment. Okay, so being in the moment is a superpower. Okay, let me get off that now. Betty says she totally understands. Excellent. Thank you, darling. So I'm going to share my screen, and I want to just tuck into what we have going on. And this is going to be particularly good for those of you who have already enrolled in the Superpowers Academy. And if you've not enrolled, you're not too late. You can still sign up, okay? And I'm still offering you the attractive price break for those of you who want to enroll, okay? So this is our cover, and we've got a table of contents because we're taking your input and we're applying it, okay? So if you say you want a table of contents, by golly, we're putting in a table of contents. If you say you want the pages numbered, by golly, we're numbering the pages, all right? So there's our table of contents. There's our Badass Butterfly Manifesto, which you've probably seen before if you've been following me for any amount of time. So how does the program work and what are we offering you? So as part of the Superpowers Academy, you get a free, an included workshop. Okay, it's a VIP workshop. So you get invited to a 3-hour workshop that we host once a month. And why am I doing this? Well, number one, you want to be a spiritual life coach. So I'm offering these workshops as ways to give you tools that you can use, tools that you will want to use in your spiritual life coaching business. So I'm starting off with 2 workshops about tarot. The reason I'm using tarot, and I've talked to you all about this in the past, but the reason that I've chosen to start us off with tarot is because tarot imagery is so powerful, and it is a really easy way for you to connect with your spirit guides. So learning how to use tarot, even if you don't want to use it in your business, even if you don't want to be pulling cards for people, you don't have to. But having tarot in your back pocket is really, really powerful, especially when you have a personal relationship with your cards. And what I want to do is help you develop a personal relationship with your cards and with your spirit guides that will communicate with you through your tarot cards. So the first 2 sessions are going to be about tarot. The next 2 sessions are going to be about shadow work. Now, why shadow work? Well, shadow work is one of the most important tools that you're going to be using as a spiritual life coach. Shadow work basically is, shadow work is a process of exploring what is hidden in the shadows of the mind. So the dark self, negative emotions, limiting beliefs, kind of the root cause of fear and doubt within the person. We call excavating that and doing work to heal that, we call that shadow work, okay? So as a spiritual life coach, you really must use shadow work. Now, you may not want to use tarot. That might be something that you use in the background, but you are going to definitely want to learn how to do shadow work. Okay, so with this shadow work workshops, I'm going to be teaching you what shadow work is, and I'm going to be teaching you all some really important exercises around shadow work in and how you can use it in your business. All right. Now, just to let you know about the Superpowers Academy, it is set up to work. It's a 1-year program, but it is broken down into 3 different seasons, okay? So this first season goes from August 1st through October 31st. And then we're gonna take a little break. Then we're gonna, during the break, we're gonna integrate and get ready to move into the next season. So this calendar of events is dealing just with the first season for the first 3 months, from August 1st through October 31st. So those are our first workshops. So everyone who's enrolled in the program is automatically enrolled into these events so that you can participate in these events. Now, one of the other things that we're going to be doing in this program are moon rituals. Now, you all have seen me doing moon rituals and talking about the moon stuff within the League of Badass Butterflies. I am moving that from the League of Badass Butterflies into the Superpowers Academy because that's a better place for it. The moon rituals are not something that should just be kind of like looked at and then put aside. They should be integrated as a part of your healing journey. And that's what I am doing by moving them here. They are going to become a part of actually creating the healing environment, but also creating the manifestation going forward, looking outward, the new moon creative work. So we have the full moon healing, and then we have the new moon manifestation. We'll be working on those together in the program. And that's what those are all about. Now, in addition to the, oh, and we'll do, these are basically 2 per month. And actually, I'm going to just jump down just to kind of give you all a heads up about what the calendar looks like. I know a couple of you who are online right now are actually enrolled in the program. So this is kind of giving you a little bit of an insight about what we're going to be emailing to you and what's in the curriculum. We'll be emailing these things to you starting on Monday or Tuesday of next. I think actually we'll be emailing them to you on Wednesday after the live stream, after Tuesday's live stream. So on Wednesday, we'll be mailing these out to you. But, you know, understanding where the sun and the moon are is a really, or understanding where the sun and moon are residing is really important for your healing and manifestation process, because they are influencing what you feel, how you think, and what you experience. So integrating those, using these as a tool for your healing is really important. So you'll see here on the calendar that we have the moon rituals that are done a few days before the moon rises. Okay, so the new moon in Leo ritual is done a few days before the new moon actually rises so that you'll be prepared. Okay, now what's also a part of this program is a monthly group superpower and healing session. This is when we are coming together to, really work on what you are experiencing in the program, both from a healing standpoint, but also from the activation of your superpowers standpoint. So my goal in this program is to get you in touch with your superpowers, your intuition, your connection to your spirit guides, your heart, the power of your heart, your ability to manifest, the law of attraction, okay? Those are superpowers. But we also, in order for you to really be able to access your superpowers, you gotta deal with the shadows. You gotta deal with the feelings of doubt and the feelings of, I don't know, the feelings of fear, the feelings of I'm not capable, or things like that, okay? So we want to help you really activate your superpowers and really dive deep into the healing, these once monthly group sessions where we focus only on that is going to give you a really good opportunity to receive feedback from me about what you're experiencing in the program. Of course, there's also chances to do that during these live streams. Okay, so you've got the live streams here, and you've got, of course, the Superpowers workshop. That is an opportunity for us to also create together. All right, but these are also going to be really important. Okay, so in this booklet, you've got the dates for the once monthly group healing sessions. So you've got the moon events, the workshops, the moon events, and the group superpower and healing sessions. And then you just have a real a printout for each calendar. And by the way, just so you know, these open in Google Chrome, each one of these links allows you, like, actually will open up so that you can add this to your calendar easily. And we're also putting together a Google Calendar. So for those of you who use Google, you will have this as an option to easily add my Superpowers Academy to your calendar, so you'll never have to worry about missing an event. All right. Of course, if you can't attend a live event, you are invited to submit your questions ahead of time, and you are invited to watch the replay. Of course, the replays will be available for you. All right, very good. So I'm going to stop the screen share right now. Stop share. And I'm just going to hop on Facebook and check in and see if anybody's here with me. I see some of you are still here. Thanks for hanging in. And, oh, okay, who knew? Genius. Yes, Betty, genius. Channeling actually is a form of genius when you allow yourself to let it go. I want to participate in the program, but I don't want it to interfere with the program I'm in. Well, you know, one of the, and Jackie asks, when will I be emailing? Jackie, I'm going to be emailing on Wednesday. I'm going to just get through next Tuesday's live stream, okay? And my regular divine, fiercely divine motivational hour live stream. So Wednesday will be the day that I'll be sending that out. And I'll also message you so that you know. But Betty, one of the reasons why I set the program up the way that I did is that it is not meant, like, it's going to have plenty of information in it for you. So for those who are really looking for a super deep dive into this work, the depth of introspection and healing will be there, okay? However, I do not believe that any program should become a burden. So if you decide that you want to go with the Superpowers Academy, and I might recommend that you do, because it shouldn't interfere with the other work you're doing. It should complement it. So the way that this Superpowers Academy works is this. You are going to be given a series of writing and contemplation and meditation prompts. And those prompts are meant to take you on a healing journey. How much time you spend with these prompts is up to you. And they are meant to get you thinking differently and using your mind differently. So it's not like going to school where you have an assignment and you need to get that assignment done, right? Like the little nerd in me is like, what's my assignment, right? So instead, it's more like, hey, you do meditation on a daily basis and you do some shadow work on a daily basis. These are meant to be integrated as a part of your daily meditation, shadow work, and healing process, right? And the reason I've done it that way is because everyone should be spending time doing this for themselves. And I'm basically giving you the stuff to work on, okay? There's a whole series of questions that are taking you on a journey over the course of a year, okay? It's questions, it's not just questions that you answer, it's things I'm asking you to think about, things I'm asking you to explore, things I'm asking you to investigate. I'm asking you to look at yourself, to recall memories, to recall ideas, to think about, you know, to work with your inner child, to work with your old wounding, to work with your spirit guides, to work with your angels. I'm asking you to do all these different things, but not as an assignment, but more as a part of an integration of living a spiritual life that is engaging. As spiritual life coaches, we really must learn how to engage with life and with spirituality in a philosophical way, okay? Yes, part of our work as life coaches is to channel, but another part is to kind of really understand what we're what we're channeling and why. Why is God telling me to say this? What is God's purpose for us as a whole, for my client, and for me, right? So this program is, again, it's for spiritual life coaches. This is an opportunity for anyone who is maybe, wanting to be a spiritual life coach, doesn't know where to start, isn't ready to get certified, but really wants to work on themselves and wants to learn more about what it means to be a spiritual leader. This is the perfect program, because the spiritual leadership begins on the inside. So Betty, I think that you could actually do very well with this work if you are willing to not create too much, like, don't try to get it right. Because I know you, lady, you are a bit of a perfectionist, okay? And I want you to kind of give yourself permission, if it feels good for you, to kind of like, I don't want to say half-ass it, but to not put so much pressure on yourself to try to get your healing and this healing journey right. It's more about enjoying this beautiful process of opening up and dialoguing with God and your spirit guides and the universe and your pain and your inner child and, the devas, the goddess, interacting with all of them in a way that maybe you haven't before. And then the opportunity is also to write about it, because part of this healing process is getting you to write down your healing journey, because you'll need that for your clients and for your audience, so that they'll know who you are and what you've gone through. You got to document it. And this is going to be a great way to help you start documenting all the things that you've gone through, all the experiences you've had. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, Betty says, understood, thanks. You're welcome, Betty. Thanks for the questions. So, for right now, you all, I'm going to go ahead and start signing off. Rebecca has posted about the Badass Butterfly Superpowers Academy. She's posted that there for us. And I think that's really all I have to say for today. Next week, and actually, so let me just give you all a little bit of a heads up around the League of Badass Butterflies. We are going to be revving up more here in the League in about 2 weeks, right? Right now, my focus is on getting my ladies set up in the Superpowers Academy. So that's getting most of my focus right now. But we are going to be setting up or starting up a lot of mindset stuff in August, okay? Here in the League of Badass Butterflies. It's about getting the mindset correct and really getting ready to launch into becoming a spiritual life coach. So we'll be doing more of that starting in August. But for right now, it's probably going to be a lot of tarot and the Academy. So just a little heads up for you all. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Here it's Friday at 5:10 p.m. Rebecca is probably doing her It's Friday dance. Rebecca, I know Rebecca does a It's Friday dance. She loves her Fridays. She greets me with, "Happy Friday, Crystalline." And I say, "Happy Friday to you. You're off on Saturday and Sundays. I'm not. Happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. It's all the same to me." All right, my friends. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I look forward to seeing you all on Tuesday for the next live stream. And if you have any questions, type them in the chat or just send me a DM, okay? All right, everyone, signing off now. See y'all soon. Bye, everybody.